Our last speaker for this segment of the evening is TJ Ewing. TJ is the Vice President for International Development at Hungarian company LogMeIn. Prior to LogMeIn, he's held stints as an executive and entrepreneur in the IT, building energy efficiency, and food industries with an engineering degree and an MBA from the University of Michigan. TJ defines himself as a learner, a catalyst, a father and a husband, an adult and child, and is knee-deep in scaling companies, building great teams, and filling in cross-cultural management potholes. And finally, like me, he's an American expat with a little bit of paprika in his veins. Welcome to the stage, TJ Ewing.
4 years ago, I danced with a heart attack. I didn't know it at the time, and I only realized it 1 month ago by simply standing in front of our speech class, improvising this speech. It was the first time I realized in my life that I could really dance. Now, in truly dancing, I'm naturally bad. Melissa and we don't have a natural dancing rhythm. I say, you don't know how to follow. And she says, well, you don't know how to lead. And we're both right. Even at our wedding reception, we paused at the dance floor, apprehensive about showing our guests how incompatible we might be by stumbling through our first dance. But as the music played for our song, we clasped each other's hands and we strode onto that dance floor. The first of many moments where hand in hand, we face some things small, some things big, and many unknowns. But such are the turns and twists and twirls of dancing. Now today, for many of us, the world is pushing us to dance faster. The constant pace of change requires us to continually learn new skills just to remain competitive in our jobs. We have to learn how to navigate a world that has large volumes of persistent data. We have to understand that the things are changing around us. The newest technologies, the latest technology coming, we can't escape them. As a matter of fact, we're actually stimulated by a lot of the new technologies, the latest software updates, the next editions of the latest smartphones and tablets. And next we have Google Glass. In a real way, our minds are already being blown. But no one expected that technology would give us the feeling that life moves too fast. And we even have a new illness coined for us: hurry sickness. Our markets, our businesses, our organizations, our processes, our homes, our families, our lives are increasingly being connected to larger complex systems. Systems that, when aided by technology, appear to move faster and swirl around us and dance, and at many times are more unpredictable. How many of us have been in a moment where we think, can I keep up with the change? Can I help my kids with their homework and the new technology? Can I learn those new skills? Can I adapt? It was in one of these moments when I first heard this quote: we can't change systems or figure them out, but we can dance with them. Dancing. Dancing implies following, but it also can mean leading. We can't control systems or figure them out, but we can dance with them. And when I first heard this quote, it shot me back in time. And 4 years ago, I was living in northern Michigan on a farm, far away from my fast-paced, technology-driven lifestyle of today. I was running marathons. And then it happened. I woke at 5:30 in the morning with chest pains. Now, my pain wasn't that classic clutch your chest pain we see on TV. It was more subtle. It was more mysterious. It was more like I'd slept in an odd position. But it was enough to make me go to the hospital. And so as I got to the hospital, I listened to what the doctors and nurses said as they connected me to their diagnostic devices and proceeded to evaluate. Now, the original diagnosis was actually inconclusive. We don't know. So the doctor said, let's schedule you for a stress test an hour later. And sure enough, within 30 minutes, that TV show pain began its performance. It was as if an arrow shot into my left side and the tip exited my right, and there was a force trying to yank it in and out and in and out. This sharp needle pain in my core that caused every muscle fiber of my body to seize up from head to toe. And I began sweating as if I was running a marathon. And I tightly gripped Melissa's hand as she sat next to me. And the next events were really when the doctors decided to say, look, you're having a heart attack. In that moment, that surreal moment, a moment of shock, a moment where I, as a young, healthy runner, wasn't supposed to be. A moment where a system of events and medical procedures were really in control was also a moment where I unconsciously started to dance with that system. And I was leading the dance. Not at all the times, but at times I did lead the dance. The nurse was going to give me a pain relief medication in my IV. But I stopped her. I said, no. I refused, much to her dismay, and the doctors as well. There was something inside of me that said, listen to your body, feel the pain, and don't dilute it. This was a subconscious reaction. In order to determine if I had any blockages around my heart, I was to have a catheter inserted in my upper leg, near my hip. And to prepare for the catheter, a nurse came in to shave my leg where the catheter would be inserted. After a brief discussion, I decided to grab the razor and shave my own leg. A bit of control. And as they wheeled me into the cath lab, I was amazed at the technology. The video screens, the x-ray machines, the instruments, all the people in the room. And so as I laid on the table and watched my heart on the monitor, as the doctor inserted the dye into the catheter that proceeded to go through my body, up over my heart, and fanned out like lightning in a thunderstorm, I was hooked. I started peppering the doctors with questions. Hey, what is in that dye? How does this live x-ray system really work? How can I see my heart on the screen? Doctor, how much art is involved with trying to determine if there's a blockage through this video system? Why is it so cold in the cath lab? And to the nurse, what was the name of that sedative you gave me? Because it's working pretty well right now. And it seemed endless, but I was learning. One of my natural states of being. And it seemed like hours I was just asking questions. But it was only a moment. before the doctor pulled out the catheter and it was over. So during the heart attack in the last 4 years, I never really understood or thought about my reactions in the emergency room. It took a quote about dancing with systems and verbalizing this experience in front of my friends in the speech class to reframe my past. And because the doctors have absolutely no medical reason of why I had a heart attack, I'm very lucky, because I consider it a gift. For no matter how out of control things may be, I may never be out of control. We don't have to adapt to the system, because adapting actually gives too much control to the systems. And in our fast-paced, high-technology lives that we all lead, we don't have to follow. We can lead. We can dance. We can hold the hand of those we love and twist and turn and twirl. We can dance in life, and we can dance with death. It's not a bad way to go.